Today I wanted to talk about and review a product that I've been using every day for the past few months, and I absolutely love it. And that is the Roost laptop stand. It gets your laptop off of the table or off your lap up to 11 inches, and it's height adjustable from 11 to 6 inches. So you can adjust it for however it is the most comfortable for you to look at your laptop screen. The Roost stand actually launched on Kickstarter a couple years ago, and I was intrigued whenever I saw it, but at the time I was just an iMac user, so I didn't really have a huge need for it. But just recently I got rid of my iMac and I went to a full laptop setup, and so being used to a screen that I'm not looking down on, I really wanted something to raise my laptop up so I could not have to look down all the time. And I remember the Roost stand, I was still leery of getting it because it was like 80 bucks and I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend that much money on a laptop stand. I absolutely love it. Love everything about it. It's really great quality, and whenever I'm sitting at a table or a desk, or if I go to a coffee shop, I take it with me and it keeps my head elevated. I like to keep it at its tallest point at the 11 inches so that I'm either looking straight ahead or even slightly tilted up. That way I can also sit with a healthy posture and not be slouching, which is easy to do whenever I'm using a laptop. So what's awesome about the Roost stand over other stands that I found online is that the Roost stand completely collapses to be able to fit inside of this bag, and it easily slips into my backpack. It doesn't take up hardly any room at all, versus a lot of stands are either rigid, they don't actually fold up at all, or the ones that do fold are don't really collapse down to the level that the Roost stand does. So that was one thing in a stand that I very much wanted, was something that was going to collapse and be very portable, because the whole reason of getting rid of my iMac and going into a laptop setup was so that I could be portable. I could go work wherever I wanted to, and the Roost stand allows me to work how I want, wherever I want. I'm using the Roost stand with my 15-inch MacBook Pro, but it actually will work with any laptop that you have unless it's like super old and super thick. But it has these rubberized pivoting grips that you slip the base of the laptop in and then lean it back and it'll pivot with the laptop. And the rubber keeps the laptop firmly in place. You can push it around and it does not slide around in those grips. You know, if you pushed it hard enough or you were to trip over or something like that, you could knock the whole thing over. But the feet actually have rubber on them as well, which keeps the Roost stand from sliding around on a slick table. It sticks right in place, and it takes a lot of force to be able to push it, so it's not just gonna slide right off a table. So the Roost stand is fully collapsible. It's also height adjustable from 6 to 11 inches. It has rubberized grips to hold the laptop in, rubberized feet to hold it down. There is a knockoff version on Amazon that's like $50 cheaper, that if you're looking to have a similar stand but don't want to spend the $75 it takes to get the Roost stand. I have actually touched and used the knockoff version, and it's not too bad. It definitely is a lot flimsier. It doesn't have the same sturdy construction as the Roost stand, and it also doesn't have the rubberized grips and feet, I don't believe, and so it just doesn't feel as sturdy whenever you're actually using it. I can't really speak to the longevity or build quality of that one because I only got to really just mess with it for a few minutes, but I can speak to the Roost stand. I've been carrying it almost every day, and it looks brand new and is acting the same as the day I got it. I use mine with a wireless mouse and keyboard, and this is something I would highly recommend you do. It would not be that comfortable to use your laptop on the stand without a mouse and keyboard. So if you don't already have a mouse and keyboard, it is going to be a little bit pricey to get into it, because the stand itself is $75. Then depending on what keyboard and mouse you get, that could be another $75 for the keyboard, $75 for the mouse. So all in, you could be talking a couple $100s to get your laptop off the table, but I would highly recommend it. It is a lifesaver whenever it comes to neck and back strain. Well, that's all I really have to say about the Roost stand. It's a pretty simple product, but I wanna go ahead and tell you the reasons why I love it and the reasons I think you should get it. If you wanna take a look at it, I put a link in the description to Amazon, and if you use that link to purchase, I actually get a small cut of the purchase, so that will help support me and support making more of these videos. So thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.